farm families come together to celebrate at the county fair. This week on Grown, we'll see what makes this local fair unique. And for hundreds of Nebraska kids, this is a life-changing week. We'll find out as we grow. Nebraska faces one of its biggest challenges head on. Welcome to the program. I'm Steve White. The state's trying to cast a vision to keep young people like these in rural areas, letting them know there is a future in agriculture. Here's more from NAYI.
I love being surrounded by this many youth who are excited about agriculture and excited about pursuing careers in the ag industry.
It's her favorite week of the summer, but 5 years ago, Amanda Kowaleski didn't think she'd look forward all year to an event about agriculture.
I was going to go to Harvard, I was going to become a lawyer, I was going to run for president, wanted nothing to do with ag.
Convinced by her sister to attend the Nebraska Agricultural Youth Institute, she went and something clicked.
The career opportunities and the people I meet, the connections that I've made, what I've learned just about the ag industry in Nebraska has been invaluable.
Known as NAYI, it's the longest running event of its kind in the nation, trying to cast a vision to kids like Alice McDonald, who says it opened her eyes to food science, developing new products.
And I was like, this is a really interesting field. I'm interested in science and math, and I also like the food side of things. So it's really, I was able to fully recognize that food science was a career path for me.
Garrett Lobb is a second-generation participant who's grown up hearing about it.
It's definitely living up to the hype.
Seeing different sides of the state's top industry.
Like the shrimp farmer that we learned about the other day, and then meeting new people from around the state, learning about different styles of agriculture there.
Thousands have taken part over the years, forging many lifelong relationships.
Every single one of us has an ag background or an ag future in mind, and being around that for this week while I'm preparing to go to college and be around that for the next 4 years is really exciting.
More than a quarter of Nebraska's winter wheat has now been harvested. NTV's Valerie Juarez caught up with a local grower to see how harvest is going.
Wheat harvest is officially in full swing, and one local farmer in the Alma area says he's already 2/3 of the way done. Seeing progress on Nebraska fields. That's what farmers like Terry Woolen are looking forward to after finishing harvesting their wheat.
Just shell it in your hand and then blow the chaff away, and then you got some kernels.
Woolen says farmers like him usually get the kernels and bite it. If the grain is hard and dry, it's ready to be harvested. But if it's still soft, then it needs more time.
It's been a pretty long harvest. We've had some rain delays and the hail.
With recent severe weather, hail has definitely been a big issue for many folks. But Woolen telling me he's grateful his wheat didn't get as much damage as other people's.
This wheat did not get much damage, but a half a mile east of here is when the damage really became more prevalent. And we had 2 soybean fields that were nearly totally destroyed, and those corn fields near them were damaged a great deal. We really won't know until harvest what the extent of that damage is.
And when it comes to commodity prices staying strong, this is what Woolen has to say.
The wheat price, I think, will not be affected a great deal by the tariffs. China isn't a big user of wheat, and the wheat supply is going to be plentiful. I think I'm going to sell the wheat as soon as I can after I get it harvested, because I don't think there's a lot of room for it to go up, or reason for it to go up or increase in price.
But in the midst of it all, Woolen says he's still proud to be helping in the effort to feed the world. Woolen tells me these fields will soon be filled with cover crops, and then next year filled with corn. Valerie Juarez, NTV News, Alma.
And overall, statewide, wheat production looks to be up. The USDA is now forecasting winter wheat production at 48 million bushels, up 2% from last year. Average yield expected to be 48 bushels an acre, a slight rise from 2017. The USDA projects 1 million acres of wheat will be harvested in Nebraska this year, down 2% in terms of acres from the previous year. And for the most part, the corn is looking pretty good. The latest crop report shows corn rates mostly good to excellent. Corn silking was at 31%, ahead of 13 both last year and for the 5-year average. Soybeans also rate well across the state. Soybeans blooming was 50%, that's right about average. Setting pods was 1%, also near the average. The search for a missing migrant farm worker ends in tragedy. 52-year-old Cruz Urias Beltran from San Luis, Arizona, was reported missing by Rivera Agra Incorporated, a corn detasseling company. When Urias Beltran failed to return from the field, Rivera and his workers searched and were unable to locate him. More than 100 volunteers were out west of Grand Island searching for the man, but unfortunately, it was too late. And a farm accident claims a life in northeast Nebraska. Antelope County Sheriff's deputies and the Nebraska State Patrol were sent Monday to a farm about 5 miles northwest of Clearwater. The injured man, 52-year-old Robert Picorni, was found and taken to Antelope Memorial Hospital in Neely. He died there. Authorities say he'd been using an auger in a grain bin. Now to our weekly poll question, and we want to know what you think about trade. Do you think President Donald Trump's strategy will pay off for farmers? That's our poll question this week. Follow NTV's Grow on Twitter to cast your vote. And we are here at the Hall County Fair this weekend. And county fairs were the subject of our most recent poll. We want to know, have you ever entered a project in a county or state fair? And looks like most of you have. We will be visiting fairs all summer long. Up next, information for farmers and ranchers trying to make sense of a possible trade war and reintroducing a calf to the herd, a bison herd. Stay with us.